There's this phase of life that nobody really prepares you for. It's not a crisis, not a breakdown, not even sadness exactly. It's just an in-between. You have ambition, but you also want safety. You have a rough sense of what you want, but you also have no idea. You believe in yourself, but you also have all these doubts. And underneath all of that is this quiet, persistent feeling that time is running out. All of a sudden, you can't let yourself enjoy your favorite show on Friday night anymore because you should be working on your life. And when you scroll through Instagram, you just feel like everyone else is moving forward and you're falling behind. Some days you have complete faith that everything is going to work out. And then the next day, sometime the next hour, the doubt floods in. The other day I was scrolling until 3 a.m. and that was one of those nights where I felt the weight of the uncertainty of where I'm going just crumbling on me. I graduated last year. I moved back home from being abroad, looking out the same window when I was 16. Everything feels like a regression. But here's what I'm thinking about the in-between phases of your life that no one really tells you about. We treat the in-between like a problem to be solved, like it's a waiting room, a prelude to the real life that starts once you figure everything out. But what if the in-between isn't a waiting room? What if it's the actual thing where you need to do the actual work? I was on a call with a friend recently and she said something that shifted everything for me. She called this an experimentation phase. And I don't know why, but that word made everything feel lighter.
The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Because in an experiment, the goal isn't to get it right. It's not about making the perfect choice or finding the perfect path. It's about trying something, seeing where it tells you, and adjusting. You're not supposed to have the answer yet. The whole point is that you don't. And I think that reframe changes something about the fig tree analogy too. The notion of Sylvia Plath that your life is a tree full of figs. Each one a different version of yourself you could live. And instead of reaching for one, you just sit there at the base of the tree, watching them all slowly rot. Not because you don't want them, but because choosing one feels like losing all the others. So you don't choose, or you choose halfway. Or you stay very busy doing things that feel like moving forward, but aren't really. But even if the figs rot, there's more growing along the way. That's the part we forget. Life isn't a one-time decision tree, where you pick one branch and lose all the others forever. You change, new options appear, things that look like dead ends turn out to be part of the path. You just couldn't see it from inside the moment. Vera Wang wanted to be an Olympic skater. That didn't work out. She spent years in fashion and still didn't become an editor-in-chief. She started the thing she's known for at 40. Every single wrong direction was part of how she got there. And there's this quote, "You know you're on the path when the path disappears." Well, I like to say there's this detrimental lostness when you're just running from things, but then there's this lostness that you get from answering to something in your soul. The path disappearing is terrifying, but I think it just means you're carving something new. So what do you actually do when you're in this phase of in-between? I don't think it's big dramatic changes. It's not moving to a new city on an impulse. It's not blowing up your life because you cannot sit with the discomfort of being in this in-between. These moves feel like relief at first, but they end up catching up on you. I think what actually helps in this phase is much smaller and less dramatic than that. Your body doesn't need pressure right now. It needs capacity. It needs to learn slowly through small repeated evidence that you can handle uncertainty and that you can trust yourself, that trying something and failing at something doesn't mean it's over. And that comes from movement, not thinking. One small action every day that's even slightly pointed towards the life you're building. Not a perfect decision that answers every question at once. I don't even think that's possible to find that. You just need enough momentum to keep going. Because action creates information and stillness doesn't. Also, you have to stop making yourself wrong for where you are. There are parts in you that are still scared, parts in you that are still grieving, version of your life that you thought you would have by this time. I'm not on the other side of it, I'm still in it, and I'm just sharing what I think is the way or what I'm learning along the way. I've started to think about this phase a bit differently. Not as something to escape as quick as possible, to fix as quick as possible, but as an experiment. And maybe that's enough for me to keep moving. You're not behind, you're on your path. Maybe this phase is exactly how it's supposed to be. And maybe this is just how things feel and look like when you're going somewhere new.
If you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.